Members today were supposed to receive a classified briefing from the Trump administration, but clearly the chaos and the confusion coming out of the White House made that impossible. It is completely unacceptable that Congress has not been briefed on this in a timely fashion. We need evidence, we need details, and we need to know them now. There are a number of outstanding questions, including whether this attack achieved the administration's stated goals. Launching an attack without congressional authorization is wrong. Launching a potentially unsuccessful attack without congressional authorization would be an administration-defining failure.
As a former Army Ranger and paratrooper and combat veteran, then just as a member of Congress. I deployed 3 times to Iraq and Afghanistan in my early and mid-20s. And I know the true costs of war. I know what happens when unaccountable elites in comfortable air-conditioned offices in Washington pound their chests, saber rattle, and then send somebody else to go off and do the tough work. Because it's people that I grew up with, working class kids from around the country and from the middle of the country, from small towns that people in Washington don't pay attention to, that have to go out and carry out that tough talk. So I take it pretty personally when an elite like Donald Trump makes a cavalier decision without thought, without engagement with Congress, to potentially pull us in to another long-term, endless conflict in the Middle East. Because don't get us wrong, there is no appetite in America for the United States to be pulled in to another decades-long conflict in the Middle East.
It has been a long-standing bipartisan goal of both Democratic and Republican administrations to prevent Iran from acquiring a nuclear weapon. The Iranian regime is a theocratic, autocratic regime. If they had nuclear weapons, they could launch them at U.S. bases, U.S. military interests, and at Israel. And we have to make sure this regime never acquires a nuclear weapon. At the same time, I believe the Constitution means what it says. Only Congress has the power to declare war. I publicly stated at the time that Obama needed congressional authorization to strike Syria. I believe Trump needs congressional authorization to strike Iran. My view of the Constitution does not change based on what party the president happens to belong to.